John Young is our Master of Ceremonies tonight. And I first met John in 1968 in a college league. Roomed with him, played with him in 71, 2, 3, roomed with him, and I'm honored to be his friend. And when he called last August and said, hey, we want to think about this, I was honored to be part of his committee. Now, he trusted me about that far, but that's okay. And I just want to express, John has gone through as a professional athlete, as an administrator in the game, and as the director of the RBI program, and done an excellent job. Been defeated many times. But I think we owe him a round of applause for what he's done for all of us. It has been expressed by many that we'd like to do that again, but it's too soon to discuss. So, with that, here's Duke.
Thank you. Oh. Do I look better with the spotlight?
Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic. I want to thank everybody that came here today, and so many people have expressed their gratitude for putting this together. And I really want to thank all of you. I can't tell you how good it makes me feel that people had come at their own dime and had faith in me that I'd put this thing together. So I really appreciate the faith that you all had in me, and I hope everybody had a great time. But this has been so much fun putting together and contacting people, and people that I played with, people that I didn't know, even legends like the Yankee Killer, Frank Larry. It was something I just want to share with you. I talked with him. He'll be down next week. And here is a legend in the Tigers, and I'm talking to him, and he doesn't know me from Adam. And we're on the phone, and I'd say within 15 minutes, you would have thought that we were teammates for 25 years. And that's just the kind of bond that this whole thing has presented. We are part of a very elite fraternity, and I'm so glad that so many people had the same feeling that I had. Now, the only thing with me is that I'm getting older, and my memory starts to leave me, and sitting around and talking to everyone about how we were, I damn sure can't remember us being that good. But it's other than that, I think at our age now, health is a big issue. And I woke up this morning not feeling good, so I called, the resident doctor, Dr. Malpractice DeSalvo. Yeah. And I said, Pio, I woke up this morning, I looked in the mirror, and I wanted to throw up. What's wrong with me? Pio says, Duke, I don't know, but your eyesight's perfect. So this, we're so fortunate. So many people helped in, and I will acknowledge later. But we're so lucky to have Larry Musgrave, and he was recommended highly by Tom Timmerman and Kevin Collins. And if you consider the source, it's going to be a little shaky, But we're so fortunate. Let me tell you what this man has done. He had a gig last night. He came in today at 3 in the morning, got up at 7. We had to meet with Jimmy Leland and had to listen to Jimmy's tirade on John Duke Young, which is something that is ongoing. But then went back and got a nap, and he's put all this thing together. And we're so fortunate to have a professional like Larry. Larry does all type of shows. He's probably one of the top entertainers in Florida. He does Las Vegas. And he's one of those guys that we could not afford if we had to pay him. But, one of the things I learned from RBI is that I only beg for the best. And so he's a diehard Tiger fan, and I think that really made it easier for him to come here and do this. But really, I want you to give him a large welcome because he's really done a lot to put this all together. I must say something about Bill Slayback. Bill Slayback has written music for this thing since, I would say, March. And I mean, he really spent a lot of time. He and Larry constantly emailing and getting the music together. And it's a shame that he can't be here because of health issues. But as we know, Bill, he's a very talented guy. We're going to, sing a few songs, with him. We're going to have a group sing along, and one of the songs is Toledo. And I really want a lot of passion from you guys. Now, I'm thinking the guys that played in Toledo will have a lot of passion. If you don't have the passion, think about us riding on the bus from Toledo to Pawtucket. If that doesn't do it, think about Charlie Singer. And I think you really have some passion. So without further ado, I really want to introduce our star for the night, Larry Musgrave.
Thank you, John. Let me help you out here, buddy. Good evening, Detroit. I tell you, I can't tell you how great it is to be here tonight. I born and raised Detroit and a fan of you Tigers for all my life. And I've watched you play, and I tell you, you've been so entertaining for me throughout the years. And tonight, you get to watch me. And I can't tell you what an honor that is. I've been a Detroit Tiger fan for years and years and years and years. And what entertainment. And John had called and he said, this is our first year, this is our first annual, so we don't really have a lot of money. And I said, well, how much do you want me to give you to perform tonight? And he was gracious enough to say, hey, it's nothing, just come up and perform. And I'm so honored to do that. And thank you, John, for having me, and Kevin and Tommy for introducing me. And boy, it's been a great day. I met a lot of great people. And thank you again. I was, again, born, raised Detroit, Tiger fan. I've always had a passion for baseball and music as well. So for the next 20, 30 minutes, I'd like to take you on a little journey. And example, 1968 was a great year for me. Detroit Tigers won the World Series against St. Louis 4-3. What a series it was. And having a passion for music, I wanted to go somewhere where I could see the stars perform. And where would that be? None other than Las Vegas. Well, at the ripe age of 18, I saved enough money to get a bus ticket from Detroit to Las Vegas. 3 days later, the bus pulled up, dropped us off on the Strip. And right there, in front of the Strip, was a hotel called Caesar's Palace. And on that billboard was one of my all-time favorites, Mr. Roy Orbison.
Smile.
me, 'cause I need you. I'll treat you right. Come with me, baby, and be mine tonight. Pretty woman, don't walk on by. Pretty woman, don't make me cry. Pretty woman, don't walk away. Okay, if that's the way it must be, okay. I guess we're going home to sleep. Yeah, leave tomorrow night the week. What do I see? Is she walking back to me? Yeah, she walking back to me. Whoa, pretty woman. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys. Well, you know, I was in Caesar's Palace and I left the theater and I was walking through the casino and I couldn't believe my eyes. There performing was one of my all-time favorite groups, a group called The Platters. Only you can make this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do. Oh, and fill my heart with love for only you. Only you can make this change in me. For it's true, you are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I'll understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true. I want and only you. Can make this change in me. For it's true, you are my destiny. Oh, when you hold my hand, I'll understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. All the ever living, loving planet. Oh yeah. Thank you. Well, I left Caesar's Palace and I heard that Tom Jones was performing at the Dunes Hotel. One of my all-time favorite entertainers ever was Tom Jones. And so I had to buy a ticket to see the great one. Good evening, ladies. And thank you, gentlemen, for bringing them here tonight. Oh, I've been in love through the times. I thought I knew the score. But now you treated
me so wrong, I can't take anymore. But it looks like I'm never gonna fall. Our love again. Some of them, baby, oh, and I almost died. And it looks like I'm never gonna fall. Our love, our again. Listen to me now.
Thank you much. Are you wonderful tonight? I can't tell you how excited I am. What a pleasure to be here tonight. Well, I left the Dunes. You know, I heard there was a group, one of my all-time favorite band groups called Jay and the Americans. And they were playing at the Sands, and I had to go catch them. They were playing at the Great Lounge in the Sands, where everybody went and performed and worked on new material. And there they were, the great Jay and the Americans.
Call on me, oh, must we say goodbye? Each time we part, my heart wants to join.
Thank you. Oh, thank you much. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Well, you know, I left Las Vegas. I went back to Detroit. And I used to hang out to a place I bet some of you have been to, the Old Soup Kitchen in Detroit. What a great place it was. You could go there any given evening and see some of the greatest Motown music ever recorded in the world. And one night I was there as a young lad. And there was a group there working on a brand new song that was unbelievable. The group was called The Temptations. Not that temptation.
You got a smile so bright. You know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight. You know you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet. You know you could have been a groove. And baby you're so sweet. You know you could have been the perfume. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do that, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, as pretty as you are. You know you could have been a flower, and good looks by the minute. You know you could have been an hour, the way you stole my heart. You know you could have been a cuckoo, and baby you're so smart. You know you could have been a schoolgirl. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do that, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do. You made my life so rich. And baby, you're so sweet. You know you could have been some honey. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do that, the way you do the things you do, the way you do that, the way you do the things you do, the way you sweat me off my feet, the way you do the things you do, the way you make love to me, the way you do the things you do, the way you do love you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do love you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do love you do, the way you do the things you do.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, that same night, on that same stage, there was a guy that I've been an idol of all my life. And we lost him way too soon, but what music he gave us. And that was a great one, Mr. Ray Charles.
Oh, it's right time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see that faraway look in your eyes. I can tell by the way you hold it, darling, oh yeah, that it won't be long before it's Christ time. Well, they say that absence makes heart grow fonder. That's the way it happened every old time before. Well, my love for you never grows stronger. If I live to be 100 years old, oh, it's praying you're gonna leave me. I can see that faraway look in your eyes. I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, oh yeah, that it won't be long before it's crying time. They say that you found someone better. That's the way it happened every time before. Oh, it's sure as the sun comes up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Prime time will shine when you walk out the door. Oh, it's prime time again. You're gonna leave me. I can see that faraway look in your eyes. And I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, oh yeah, that it won't be long before it's crunch time. That it won't be long before it's crying time. Thank you much. Well, in 1977, there was a great entertainer that came to Pontiac, Michigan at the Silverdome. Anybody remember who that was?
Frank Fisher.
No, he was there in 76. Ah, good one. But close. Fishy and I might have been there together. I don't know. I don't remember back that far. I do remember this great entertainer, though. It was the King, Elvis Presley. Came New Year's Eve at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. I bought a ticket, first time I ever saw him live. And I'll never forget the charisma that man carried on stage. And he sang a song called My Way. And he was the only entertainer I've ever seen in my life that stood on stage and read it off a piece of paper and got a standing ovation. But I guess the King, that's all he could do. It's unbelievable. So I'd like to close with this song, and we'll bring John back up. But my tribute to the King, one of my favorite entertainers of all time. And now, in the so I faced my final turn, my friend. I simply state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's free. I've promised, and every highway on much more than is, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, if it mention, I did what I had to. I saw through without exception. Each jolly course, each careful step along the wheel, and more, much more is harder in my way. Yes, there were times I am shading, well, I belong more than I could chew. When the air was down side I followed souls all the fame. I did all that and they'll say, darling, shall we and more, much more years I did it right. Oh, what gives a man what he got, if not true, then he's not. He's ever infinity, and not a word of belief. All record shows I took the blow, and in more. All record shows I took the blow, and in more. Thank you. God bless y'all. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Whoa, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it back over to John, and the great one's going to be coming up here shortly. Thanks again, John.
Thank you, Larry. One more time for Larry. The only negative about his performance is it adds credibility to Kevin Collins and Tom Zimmerman. Exactly.
Now, wait a minute.
One legend that isn't with us, and I really don't want to come down on a downer, but I really would like to have 30 seconds of silence for all those former dearly departed Tiger people that couldn't be with us today. You know, there's a long list of them, you know, from just guys with me like Earl Wilson and Ike Brown. And so I'd like to just give 30 seconds to just remember these people and that they were so important to our growth and development. Okay. Now, in fact, there was a comment about John Young is moving slow. And I heard John Gamble say, well, damn, he's moving quicker than he did covering first base. But on that note, we're going to have a little presentation about a Tiger legend presented by Phil Rogers. And I remember my first at bat in the big leagues. I fouled the ball off into the left field, stands. And I was always amazed how Ernie Harwell knew that the fan caught that ball was from Saginaw. I never could figure that out. But for those who remember Ernie, you remember that line. So right at this time, I really, Bill Slayback and Jim Leland's favorite umpire, Joe West, put this tribute together for Ernie Harwell. And right now we're going to have Mr. Rogers put it on and just talk about it, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, let's hope I can get this all on here. Hey, all of you know Billy Slayback. He's a little under the weather this weekend, so he couldn't fly because he had a sinus infection. But I just wanted to let you know that he's thinking about everybody here tonight. I've met a lot of you, and it's nice to know that someone I grew up with and went to junior high and high school with, and he's got so many friends. He's so loved here. It's amazing. It's nice to have grown up with Bill. Well, I don't know if we've ever grown up. We've gotten older, but not grown up. You know Bill. And it was nice that he was able to put this together, the music. Joe did the singing here, and I put the video together from, over at Joe's house. So hope you enjoy it. This was a voicemail that Bill Slayback got.
Hello, Bill. This is Eddie Harwell back in Novi, Michigan. I want to thank you for that neat song that you and Joe West wrote. I really appreciated it. It meant a great deal to me. You don't have to call me. I just wanted to thank you and wish you the very best for Easter. Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm going to insert a little something here that we want to do. Some people I've always respected, you know, the things we had to do with ball players. were really the wives. I mean, wives that packed up, you know, and moved from towns like Rocky Mount, North Carolina, to Montgomery, Alabama, disrupting everything, but really was such a large part in allowing us to live out our dreams. So I'd really like to have a few comments about the wives from Ms. Barb Scrivener. Barbara. I didn't say Bob, I said Barb.
It doesn't matter. Whatever you say, Duke, is fine with
Okay.
me. Hi, everyone. First, I have to tell you that I have terrible stage fright. Don't go anywhere. And I know I'm going to cry, and the reason I know I'm going to cry is because I've been crying all weekend. Already. Look, it's already started. Oh, my God. Okay. First thing I want to do is, on behalf of the wives, I want to thank you, Mr. John Young, for everything that you have put together for us. From organizing the food and the events and contacting all these people. It's truly a Herculean effort, and you've done a fantastic job, and we are ever so grateful.
Thank you.
And okay, here's where the hard stuff starts. You have given us our own fantasy camp for ball players instead of fans. You have made our dreams come true, and you have made us feel like kids again. So, thank you very much. Another thing I want to do is salute the ball players on behalf of the wives. I want you guys to always remember that you are all great athletes. You were the best kid on every team you ever played on. You were the best Little League kid. You were the best Connie Mack kid. You were the best high school kid. You were the best college kid. You were the kid that all the other dads would sit there and say, man, that kid can play. You were the ones, and we salute you and we love you. And the next thing I want to do is talk a little bit about my peeps, my team, the Wives Club. Baseball wives are a very unique bunch. These are women that can pack up 2 kids, 3 kids, and an entire household and move 3 times a year. They can have electric turned on and turned off, phones turned on and turned off, gas turned on and turned off, and usually handle the finances of the household while you're moving 3 times a year. And that ain't easy, folks, and everybody here knows that's true. These women raised amazing children, because I know of a lot of these children. They're secure, they're successful, and they're grounded, and that ain't easy to do, moving 3 times a year, with that only being their part of the time. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. These women made dinner at midnight every night during the summer, and you girls know what I'm talking about here. You bundled up kids and put them in a car and went to an airport at 2 a.m. You bundled up kids and put them in a car and took them to a ballpark in Evansville, Indiana at 4 a.m., where the restaurant next door specialty was brain sandwiches, and you know that's true. And most importantly, we loved you and we supported you, whether you went 0 for 4 or 4 for 4, whether your ERA was 1.0 or 6.0. You were the guy for us, and we loved you. And the last thing I want to do is a public service announcement, a personal one here. In Detroit, we have, believe it or not, 3 other teams besides Detroit Tigers. And one of those teams wears a red and white uniform. Oh, yeah. Has a big wing on the front. And there was a guy that played on one of that team, and he wore a big red number 9 on the back of his uniform. Everybody might know who I'm talking about here. But there's another ball player that wore a number 9 on the back of his uniform, and his uniform was blue and white. And above that 9, it said Scrivener. And for me, he was the best number 9 that ever played in Detroit. So to paraphrase Jackie Gleason, baby, you are the greatest. Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. I didn't mean anything when I mentioned Rocky Mount, so Kathy Mealer, please forgive me. The next person I'm going to introduce is someone that I first met my first year in pro ball here in Lakeland, Florida, 1969. He had just come down from Montgomery, Alabama, AA, and they were going to make a coach out of him. And, you know, when you're a kid, you know, you're all excited, you know, about the guy coming down from AA, you know, we're going to learn something from him, you know, and this is going to be great. So first day we're in the batting cage, he's catching, you know, hey, batter, 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 hey, batter, batter, swing, batter, batter. I was so disappointed, you know. But it's been a lifelong friendship, and I need to get the sound people up here, because if he tells that story about me borrowing his car in Lakeland, I want the sound shut off. But this is kind of a nostalgia weekend, and I remember just being on that bus, you know, going from, you know, Montgomery to Charlotte, or coming back, and you guys that were on those buses can remember when it's really like quiet, and someone would start singing a song, and I really love this guy's voice. And to this day, when I hear Under the Boardwalk or Girl, I Hear You Getting Married, I think of this guy. He was, along with two people, him and Willie Horton, really taught me to be a professional. And as far as my growth, I really had this long-time friendship and just total respect for Jim Leland. And I really appreciate him nurturing me, and I really think he really helped me become the person I am today, and I never told him that. But we're going to have him perform tonight, and like he was one of my favorite. I tell my wife all the time, like, this guy is just a special person. And Bill Slayback wrote the music, and here is our manager. And what's special about Jim Leland as a Tiger manager, he's one of us. You know, he came up through the system. He's one of us. I'll fall down.
Well, I'm going to do a country song tonight because 45 years ago, there's a lot of people in this room that about at this time would have been headed for the Lakeland Lounge. And all you pretty guys that went to the Foxfire all week, but the guys with the receding hairlines and the big ears like me, we waited for Sunday to get to the Lakeland Lounge. And I got to tell you, I did get lucky one night at the Lakeland Lounge. At least I thought I got lucky. I went home. I can't tell a lie, she took me home, believe it or not. And I woke up in the morning, and when I rolled over, and I took a peek, I said, oh my God, what did I do? Well, fortunately, I had my britches right down by the bedside. So I was trying to slip out of the bed, hoping she wouldn't wake up. And I got my britches about halfway up, and there happened to be a mirror there, a dresser. And I looked at myself and I said, oh my God, if she can take it, so can I. I dropped my pants back off and jumped back in. So I'm going to do a country song for you tonight. I hope you enjoy it. I gotta make sure. Tell me when I start, will you? Come knocking on my door, baby, now tell me what's on your mind. I guess the Cali boys all went home for the summertime. Yeah, you looking right, looking good, looking like a woman. She's so wise, it's so hard to find a place to lay your pretty little head down once in a while. You come on, a little tough luck, baby, don't you sweat. Everything is waiting inside. You know I got it. Come and get it. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your friend? And who's the one guy that you come running to when your love life comes tumbling? I got the money, you got the honey. Let's cut a deal. Let's make a plan. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man? Yeah, I'm on a little tough luck, baby. Don't you sweat. Everything is waiting inside. You know I got it. Come and get it. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your friend? And who's the one guy that you come running to when your love life comes tumbling? I got the money, you got the honey. Let's cut a deal, let's make a plan. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man? Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your friend?
There you go, Jim. That's the greatest manager in baseball right there.
I tried to get him to do more. Way to go, Humperdinck. One more time for Humperdinck. The next portion is something that is really special to me. And when we used to sit around Tiger Town and do sing-alongs, and want to kind of recapture that. And I've got 3 people coming up. Is there any way we can, like, turn the lights on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 3 people coming up to perform and lead in the sing-alongs. We've got James Smith, we've got Chuck Scrivener, and we've got Steve Grilly. So unless they backed out, they should be coming up here. Now you've got the words on your table. And these are like a couple of my favorite songs. And Bill Slayback did the arranging, and I try to change the words in Toledo. So I really want a lot of passion, and I really want it to be a true sing-along. Does everyone have
Please sing
lyrics?
along. You got to drown us out. I got to put my glasses on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you. While he's setting up, can I tell a story? Can I tell that story while you're setting up?
Yes.
You know, I just got to say something. Real quick, I got to tell a Hoot Evers story here. And I remember the first year when we went to Tiger Town, and a lot of us experienced it. It was before the new clubhouse they have, and it was that wooden clubhouse there. And Hoot used to give speeches every once in a while to all of us, the whole group there. And it was my first year there, and I came out, and Hoot gave the speech about, guys, listen. He says, too many of you guys have been calling all during the off season and saying, I got married, I need a raise, I had 2 kids. And he says, I just want to see stats. I want you guys to perform. And your first year is here. He says, you guys look across over there. There's Joe Comarch Stadium. That's where you guys want to be. He says, you're all over here. Not many of you is getting there, but that's where you want to be. And in order to get there, you got to be tough. And I remember he told Jerry Klein to go in the clubhouse, and they had found a little baby alligator, and he brought it out. And he kept it by his feet there in a little bag. And he says, I'm going to show you guys what tough is and what it's going to have to take to get there. So with that, he opened up the bag, and he took out the alligator, and he squeezed it by the neck. And the jaws of the alligator opened up. He put it down by his groin area, and he let it go. And that thing just latched on, and he sat there, and he didn't move, and he grimaced a little bit, but he didn't move. And then he took a pencil out, and he poked the alligator in his eye, and the alligator fell to the ground. And he says, that's what tough is, guys. He says, is there any of you guys out there that think they can do that? And Gary...
Bring it home, Rooms.
And Gary Ignatiak turned around, and he goes, I'll try that, Mr. Evers, but please don't poke me in the eye with that pencil. On the road again.
I just want to say, you know, Bill Slayback was supposed to be up here doing this number, so it's kind of hard to take Bill Slayback's place. So bear with us, and please help us out here. But I got a feeling that we're missing a little something up here. Steve, what do you think? Jimmy, I think we're missing something. So, hey, ladies!
And we should start it.
Barbara, lead the way here. Okay.
Can we move over here a little bit?
Debbie Kim is a professional choreographer, but I told her tone it down.
We're doing it. Okay.
Tell us step touch.
Oh, they're okay. Because I don't know. We're just going to do
Right here, I got it.
Which one are we doing?
On the road again. Oh,
Jesus. You got it in your sister.
Melvy's in front. You're leading. I don't know. I don't think. I don't have
this is On the Road Again. If you got your papers in front of you, put it out.
Sing along.
You got to sing along. There's a tradition over in Tiger Town. Now,
Do
come
we do
on.
something like this and this?
Oh, just front and back for this.
Okay,
It's
okay.
front, just different. Yeah, because I can't really do this.
No, that's you know what that. I think I can plug in.
Because this bed is killing me.
Oh, that's what I think. You're not coming through. Can you play live?
This one.
Go ahead. Go ahead and play live. You're not coming through on that.
Okay.
I need some help with this, though. We need somebody to play maracas and maybe tambourine over here.
Oh, Freddie. Freddie, can you get over there?
Yeah, that's not a percussion song.
Help us live the life we love and play baseball with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. We're the best of friends, going places that we've never been, seeing things we may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Like a band. Go down the highway.
So bad.
Best of friends, insisting that the world keeps turning our way, and our way. We're on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is playing baseball with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. Road again. Like a band of gypsies and highways. Best of friends. Insisting that the world keeps turning our way. And our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is playing baseball with friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. One more time. I can't wait to get on the road again. Thank you!
Are you guys not going to dance anymore?
Oh, here it is. Got it. This is Billy singing. Sing along. This is Billy singing. On the road.
later, look like it through my head. Oh Lord, stuck in Toledo again. The man from the magazine said I was on my way. Somewhere I lost connection, ran out of hits and plays. I came in town to join the working. Looks like my plans fell through. Oh Lord, stuck in Toledo again. If I only had $1 for every out I took, and every inside fastball that put me in the book. The drums on the dance beer night, the pop-up lost in the candlelight. Oh Lord, stuck in Toledo again. Oh Lord, stuck in Toledo again.
Not yet. Oh, not yet.
You did a good job, Kev.
Very good.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Well, I just got to tell you, this has been a fantastic weekend. It's been amazing seeing all my old friends after all these years. And I just got to say, when I was a young guy growing up in Baltimore, Maryland, I had a couple of dreams. One of them was to play professional baseball. And hopefully, if I was lucky enough or good enough or both, to play in the major leagues. That would have been a dream come true for me. And the other dream I had when I was a young man is that someday I would meet a beautiful blonde who was smart and funny and creative. And I got to tell you, I know you met my wife tonight, those of you who didn't meet her before. So all I can say is, on both accounts, I lived my dream to play professional baseball, and I married the girl of my dreams. Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Before we close, we had the elder of our Alumni Association come in, and so excited about seeing him, the fact that he's in better shape than most of us. So I'd like to just introduce the elder alumni here tonight, Mr. Jake Wood.
God bless you, John. It's been an honor and a pleasure. And so many, seeing these faces and so many fond memories of being a professional baseball player. And I look back, and sometimes, in the family structure, once you become a professional baseball player, you're an automatic celebrity. I happened to be in a parking lot one day, and one of my teammates walks out, and his sister was there, and she was pregnant. She tells him, it'd be an honor when these babies are born if you name them. And I overheard the conversation, so a couple of weeks later, my curiosity, built up in me, and I asked the guy, I said, I overheard your sister asking you about naming these babies. I said, what did she have? He said she had some twins. I said, what'd you name the girl? He said, Denise. What'd you name the boy? The nephew. After a particular road trip we took, one of the guys says, you know, I've been a pretty bad boy, so I'm gonna surprise my wife, and I'm gonna get her this see-through lingerie. So he buys her this see-through lingerie. He goes home, sits down, you know, they're having a couple of drinks together. She said, honey, do me a favor. He said, go upstairs and put on this see-through lingerie. So she gets upstairs, and she said, hell with this guy, you know, he's been drinking a little bit. He wouldn't know the difference, so she takes off her clothes. She said, I just walk down like this. So she walks down the stairs, and she gets, you know, in his eye view, and he said, damn, as much money as I paid for that thing, it looked like they could have ironed the wrinkles out. That's why I didn't tell you any names. But it's been a joy and a pleasure. And I look back, I came from a family of 9, and I got 3 other brothers, and my baby brother, Richard, happened to be a professional football player. He played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They used to call him the Batman. And when he started out with Tampa Bay, they had a relatively, tough start. I think they lost 26 games in a row. And he was, used to winning. And God bless my father, he had 2 sons that played, professional, sports. Me, baseball, him, football. He didn't know the difference between a golf ball and a basketball, believe me. So one day I overheard him telling an old, an elderly friend of his, and said, wow. He said, my son Richard is going to play in the Super Bowl. And I looked at him. After he left, I said, Daddy, do you realize that Tampa Bay had lost 26 games in a row? Your son Richard is not going to be playing in the Super Bowl. They're going to be in the Superdome. But I just want to say, to John Young, thank him for arranging this reunion. I'm glad he didn't wait too much longer. It's been an absolute joy to be a part of, you guys, because I think baseball players are the greatest fraternity that there is on the face of this earth. God bless you.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks so much. And you notice the acknowledgement of the program that we did. It's the Orange program. Whenever you start acknowledging people, you're always going to forget someone. And that's something that you people that know me, I am very capable of forgetting. But this was not a one-man show. And what I really appreciate is how everybody pitched in. And I'm one of those nervous type guys. And I really appreciate everyone's help, everybody's support. And I was very pleased with what happened. A couple announcements. I'm going to sleep all day tomorrow, so I really want feedback. And so starting Tuesday, I really want feedback from you guys. Now you can call me tomorrow, but only in case of emergency. Now is Ted Brezink here? Ted Brezink is 75. Where's Ted? So you will probably want to know what an emergency is. Ted, do you remember Pearl Harbor? Well, that was close. Also, is the coaching staff still here? It's getting near that Fred Holdsworth, John Knox, John Young time, at spring training where you have to send people back. So instead of like, you know, sending them back, why don't you just play Stuck in Toledo again? But I want to thank everyone that came out, and I can't tell you how special, how good I feel about myself that you had the faith in me to come down here on your own dime and put this thing together. So hopefully we'll do it again. I don't want to hear about it again right away, but hopefully we'll do it again, and let's have a happy lifetime. And it was great seeing people that I hadn't seen for so long that was such an important part of my life. God bless you all.